All right. She coughed on me once. All right. So, above freezing in the garage, that's always a good day. Starting to look like a bike. Now, the tank is just there for temporary measures. The carbs are on. But I'm going to do a little sidetrack. I went to see my buddy John. I scored a much better shock from him. The shock that I rebuilt, I didn't reuse the seals, and it's leaking on the reservoir, so I'm not a big fan of that. Next up also is the subframe that I came with the bike. This is an X-stunt bike, so the guys that had it, I didn't notice that even broke. Reinforced it with these cross members, so therefore the tray had to be cut in half. Scored a pretty good looking tray from John, so I'm going to give that a clean. And I also got a reservoir bottle that's not all faded to hell like mine is, so that's going to come out as well. Put that in while I got access to it and before I get going too far with the fuel. So first up, we're going to give the shock a quick little clean. I was going to just toss this into the ultrasonic cleaner, but probably not going to risk it, so I'm just going to wash it here with some spray 9 and the vise. Well, this one's the newer one I got. This one's the one I rebuilt. This one's longer. I'll slap it in. I'll see how the bike sits with this. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Let's give it a go. Turns over. Gonna use some spray here because I'm having some issues with the fuel delivery. Let's give it a go. Choke on. Okay. Well, excuse me for the sniffles. It's +5 in the garage Celsius. It's a wiring mess, but it started. Now, the interesting thing is everything's hooked up as it should be per the interlocks. So clutch switch, side stand switch. I'm not 100% sure if the pump's working. I'm going to have to troubleshoot that. I try to just basically gravity feed off of here. You can see there's fuel in the filter. But fuel's not getting to the carbs. So I did reuse that filter. So I'm wondering the likelihood of it being the filter being clogged. That's not it, because I did blow it through. But when I used some starter fluid, I did check spark before I started it, and it did have spark on cylinder number 2. So it's possible it's the pump. I got the repair manual. We'll do some reading, but yeah. It fired up, and I'm very, very happy about that. So as soon as I figure out what the issue is with the pump, I do have the fuel petcock here. Managed to get the lock working, and I have a matching lock for this, and the ignition had a few keys cut. This, I simply abandoned this lock here. It does work, but the interface here between the seat and the lock is an absolute pain in the ass. So yeah, once you get the fueling figured out and actually run it, wiring is going to be next. Clean up all this shit. I do have the nice top triple on order from the UK, so that's coming. So that's going to help me locate where all the controls need to go. I'll put the clutch on, all that other good stuff. I may end up cutting all of this back because it's meant to sit, you know, kind of up here in the fairing and stuff like that. So either cutting it back, I'm getting some depinning tools, so I'm going to depin all that. And yeah, I'm going to have to clean this up because that particular ignition uses that resistor. So what happens is there's a pink wire, and the pink wire, the ECU actually looks for 8 volts. So there's a resistor here that drops the voltage from 12 or 13 to 8 volts. And yeah, it works. So happy days. Yeah, I'll make another video eventually. Thanks for watching.